Welcome back to another 2.5 stars. I'm joined by
Jason
and Kelly, or not Kelly.
Erik. You know that you're half dwarf, right?
I think
What if I'm
Erik,
the Brad Pitt of dwarf kind?
Kelly, his wife, fucked it a lot.
What's up, guys? It's Steve. I had hair when I was younger.
Like, watch this, guys. I'm gonna totally make them do it.
What's up, guys? It's Steve with App Gaming, and welcome back to another 2.5 stars. I'm joined by
Erik?
Kelly.
And Rick.
And this week we watched Liar Liar, directed by Tom Shadyac, written by Paul Guay and Stephen Mazur, starring Jim Carrey, Maura Tierney, and Amanda Donahoe.
Oh.
IMDb synopsis: a fast-track lawyer can't lie for 24 hours due to his son's birthday wish after he disappoints his son for the last time. So what do you guys think? That sounds menacing. He disappoints his son for the last time.
Yeah, the sun gets even.
I really
Cuts the
felt like
fucker's
that's
tongue
kinda
out.
what it was. Son was just like, you know what? Fuck you, Dad.
He must have like spoke with like a some kind of person who does spells like the day before. Or something. I don't know. It's like I don't get what that kind of stuff on my wishes.
What was that Office character? Was it Voodoo Mama Juju?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's who he talked to. That's the go-to. That's the go-to person.
Carrie, I was took him to the fair, and there was one of those fortune teller machines there.
Like a big or something.
Yeah.
Fuck, that'd be
This is
scary.
the same kid that played in Dennis the Menace.
In the newer one, yeah.
Of the 1998, it says.
Yeah, I don't think it was the first one.
Oh, okay.
Not that the first one was very good either.
No, yeah, I just wasn't sure. You know, it's...
Yeah.
It was not good.
No.
Well, it wasn't the worst show I've ever seen, that's for sure. It wasn't good.
Never saw the second one.
He's also in Boy Meets World.
It's in
So
Full
what
House
is the
too.
deal with these fucking 90s kids' haircuts?
I don't know.
I swear to God, it's like they staple like an old lady's pre-perm hair on their head. That's what it looks like.
You want to know what is the cheapest, easiest thing for the parent to do with themselves at home? Because fuck bringing your kid to a goddamn fucking barbershop. That shit costs money.
We'll just cut it around the face, because that's all that matters. Okay?
Exactly. You just slap a fucking bull on top of their fucking head and you cut all the
still
hair that's
pretty
exposed. You know, it's
Well, I mean,
that's
that
just
one
what you
kid
do.
with the flat top and Jerry Maguire looked all right.
Yeah, I feel like as a kid, Ricky and I both were shaved bald at that age, and then as we grew up, we had hair, but we didn't have that hair.
No, yeah.
My mom had a famous haircut I like to call the Dutch boy haircut.
The touch boy.
So the Dutch boy haircut is like a modified bowl. It was kind of a bowl cut, but it was short all around the sides. But then I had bangs, and it was terrible because it was hot, and I fucking hate bangs. So then
Yeah?
I found, I can't remember if I bought them or if we found some buzzers, and I just did a really shitty job buzz cutting my hair off. And
Yeah.
then my mom took me to this lady that was like a friend of a kid I went to play baseball with. It was his mom, and my mom and her were friends. And then she'd cut her hair. And it was nice because she had big boobs. And then we're right
Exactly, uh-huh.
there. She's cutting my hair, talking to me, and I'm like, remember to talk to her. Don't just stare at her boobs.
You know what? I think I need a little shorter off in front. You know, if you could just like stand in front of me again. You know,
exactly what I
it's you know, I really don't think you can get a good cut. Like being that far away from me. If you just lean in closer, you know, you'd be closer to the hair and you can get a better cut.
Look how close. You see those cow licks? Like how do I get rid of those? Like
Yeah, exactly.
real close. They like move on their own almost.
I want you
Yeah.
guys to know that was my first motorboat, even though it was on accident. I was cutting my hair, I sneezed, right into her boobs,
God damn it.
and it was a hard sneeze. I was like,
I'm sure it was.
I was so embarrassed
Oh,
about it.
Steve.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I was,
Uh-huh.
and I sneezed right into it. I was like, ugh, and I'm like, oh my god, I touched him.
Eric's
No.
face was bright red.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was.
He did that laugh that he does. Damn it.
Then Eric mysteriously spent the next hour in the bathroom.
I did, yes.
Eric's mom's like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to clean your shower. She's like, why? I was like, don't worry about it, I'm gonna have to clean your shower. You don't have any lotion in there, right? Oh, you do?
it was
God damn it.
She
It's gonna take
actually
even
did
longer.
hair for the old people at that. I can't remember. That's like Oak Ridge or something. I can't remember the name of it. It's that old people's place right behind the Paradise Elementary.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
that was Oak Ridge.
And we lived right around the corner from that. So I mean, I practically sprinted home. What?
Damn
I
it.
was giving me pretty looks.
Oh, well, obviously, she doesn't want to, hear the first time, you fucking creeped on a girl.
Yeah,
Well,
I did. It wasn't on
allegedly your
purpose.
first time.
Hold on.
Allegedly.
Eric's like, that wasn't the first time
Already
either.
young, too, so I'm like,
First of
"Oh, I
all,
don't
this
wanna hear
wasn't an
this."
on-purpose creep. She was cutting my hair, and I had a legit sneeze. And I just happened to get lucky enough to not,
Exactly.
like, sneeze and headbutt her or something. I would have been having to give her CPR.
Yeah, and when Eric says legit, he does look like air quotes with his eyebrows.
No, this one was legit, yeah. Robert was like, "Did your face touch your boobs?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Oh man." Anyways, aside from that,
Damn it.
I really like this movie because Jim Carrey is pretty funny. Although I've seen this movie so many fucking times.
I think I've only ever seen this movie once before. Wasn't really all that big of a fan of it. Not really my biggest, Jim Carrey, movie there. I do enjoy Jim Carrey. He did have some laugh moments in there. I think my favorite one was the whole scene where he gets pulled over by the cop. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I like like Ace Ventura and The Mask a lot better. Obviously.
Yeah, this is more homey, more family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have we ever watched The Cable Man? I'm a The Cable Guy.
No.
We have not. No.
No.
Did you guys see the whole thing of that? They might be doing a comeback of the Cable Guy.
I seen they did a
It was like a
Super
commercial.
Bowl commercial.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know if it was real or not, but I just remember seeing this freaking like just scrolling past this freaking news thing where they might be, bringing like a Cable Guy 2 or some shit, making that.
Well, that's just what everybody needs.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't know why they keep trotting that stuff out.
What?
No, we talk about this almost every podcast, but the same old shit.
Like,
Oh, just rehashing shit.
Yeah.
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 It's like the only movie I've seen where they've done a decent job that I can recall is the Ghostbusters Afterlife. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And every other thing, it's been like, I feel like that meme where you got the Godfather like, look what you did to my boy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Hurt him, and you're like, oh god.
Well, even
know?
things like when they did Dumb and Dumber 2 with Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels, and it was just like,
Yeah.
it wasn't good. I was like, you got the guys, but you waited too long, and it couldn't capture what the first one did. It just,
No, and it's also
didn't
just
have
like
it.
nowadays, like you really can't do what you were, able to do in those older movies, with nowadays, it's just, that shit just isn't gonna pass, the whole fucking,
I mean, I watched Dumb and Dumber like a week ago, and it really doesn't have anything that's gonna, I don't
No,
feel
but
like there's anything
what
there
I
besides
mean,
maybe
though.
the old person
It's,
part.
I mean, things are set to a much higher, well, that hurts my vagina standard. You know what I mean?
Damn it, Rich. I mean, and well, the thing is the Dumb and Dumber 2, I feel like went much further in a lot of that stuff. It was more crude than the first one, where I think
Yeah.
some of the dumb jokes in Dumb and Dumber, yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't. I didn't really feel like it was the crudeness. It was mean.
Yeah.
It was like, why would you do this? This isn't funny. I don't get what the hell you're doing here.
Yeah.
It's like it was just fucking mean.
If they do the Cable Guy 2, it's got to be a horror movie then. That's the only way they're going to be able to do it right. All right, because it's already.
Well, it already kind of was like a comedy horror, you know. The guy fucking started stalking the dude, and just, you know,
he's got to get out of the hospital after.
Yeah,
20
you know,
years or
and then the
whatever
freaking new
it's been since
fucking,
that
you
movie.
know, fucking like paramedic dude, you know, is all, you know, call him a friend or a buddy, and he's like, really? And it just starts all anew, you know. It's
Yeah.
so like they left it open to do a, you know, continuation of it.
Just Matthew Broderick sitting there, and his fucking cable goes out, and he's got PTSD. He's never going to call a cable guy
Oh
again.
fuck no, man.
Although I guess nowadays it
Well,
wouldn't
no,
be
well,
cable,
no,
it'd
no,
be
no. That's
fucking
why he
internet.
switched to fucking satellite, dude. He's like, fuck this shit.
Well, it'd be internet anyways. He'd just be streaming everything.
Well, yeah, until fucking, you know, the cable guy fucking, you know, starts working for fucking Comcast. But then again, though, he'd probably do a better job than most Comcast technicians would.
He'd get you better internet.
He would. He'd give you better equipment. and all that good
I've
shit.
had pretty good luck with the Comcast technicians, but I'm out there talking to them, treating them like human beings, and they're so surprised by it. They're just like, "Wow, you need extra internet?" I'm like, "Yep." You want the one that won't take a shit all the time? I'm like, "Yes, I do."
So, you know, as a matter of fact, I'm looking for a little nostalgia. Can we have like one of like those, you know, like fucking like 64K, you know, dial-up modems on here? You like, I really
Oh,
just want to
don't even-
hear.
don't
That's
even-
what that's
Here,
what
you
Eric
know,
was
the whole
running
fucking robot
last 2
screaming.
years, man.
that, dude. I had that shit. Okay, so everybody else had good internet. Okay, Comcast finally came to Paradise, and it took me like 2 years before. And you guys know me. You guys know I'm not like a diligent person, I guess you'd call it, right? I called this motherfuckers once a month. Can you guys install it to my house? Well, no, not yet. Can you guys every fucking month? I'd call once a month. Finally, after 2 years, yes, we can. And I was like, can you make that appointment for tomorrow? No, a month from now. And I'm like, fuck. But a month from then, the guy showed up 4 hours late. And he tried to bail out of it, saying he didn't have enough time. And I said, listen, what you're gonna, because he's like, well, I have to crawl under the house for this. And I was like, listen, I'm gonna crawl under the house. You're gonna pass the fucking cable through to me. Then you're gonna go in the room and drill a hole, and I'm gonna poke the cable up, and it's gonna be done in like 5 minutes. As long as you don't fuck around. And he's like, well, I can just come back. And I said, you're not leaving here without installing my fucking internet. Because I spent so much time trying to play WoW or other MMOs. Watching my brother get just absolutely wrecked in Call of Duty. I think that was Call of Duty. It was one of those early Xbox games.
Yeah.
Because we had fucking dial-up, and I figured out a way to hook it up with a switch. And then anyways, I'm a moron, but I figured out how to hook it up with a switch. So we had like 5 people sharing a 56K connection.
Yeah.
It was god awful.
I had
It took me like 4 hours to download a picture.
I had dial up at my mom's house until I left, and then like a month after I left, they got fucking cable internet, and I'm like, you fucking assholes. Fucking ridiculous. I've been asking for cable internet forever. Didn't fucking get it, and now you assholes get it. Piece of shit. So, and then I went like 5 years without having like proper internet everywhere I lived because I just moved around and I couldn't afford it. So,
Oh yeah.
I know what that's like. I just got a good dose of that. But now I've got 2 good internets. So
yeah.
I feel like I'm making up for lost time.
Eric's got 2 good internets. Only 2.
Yep.
You know,
I
he's
have
thinking he
and
might
a pretty good
upgrade to
cable
3.
company. Yeah.
3
They would let me.
interwebs.
So like, could you guys? All right, now, I don't know how much this would affect you guys. Like, imagine you guys got this curse on you, okay? Like,
Yeah,
I don't even know how much it would even affect you guys.
not
Just
much.
depends on
You know.
the time period. If I'm looking for a job, I'm not getting a job until this curse.
Yeah, no,
wears
that's
off.
that's kind of what I was saying. It's like it's all going to depend on who's asking the question and what question they're asking.
I'm probably going to actually have to finish work stuff, and not just say, "Oh yeah, no, I'm getting. I just called, blah blah." I could, but it's nothing as serious as this stuff. It's more like just tiny fibs of the big lies come when I'm looking for a job. And that's
Yeah.
about it. Hey, you gotta
Yeah,
you gotta
mine come
fucking
when
fake
I'm
it till you make it,
trying-
man.
Yeah, like mine come when I'm trying not to be too mean about something.
Yeah.
When I think like the hammer of my will needs to smash you into the dirt, and then I'm like, okay, I gotta dial this back a whole bunch because that's too much. Because when I was a kid, the hammer of my dad's will just drove all of us into the dirt endlessly. So I'm not gonna lie, it's really hard for me to be even remotely nice when shit gets fucked up, and it's like stuff that you just don't have to fuck up,
Yeah.
and it doesn't even matter where I'm at, who I'm talking to. It's rough, but I'm working on it. Like today, I only yelled at Stan a tiny little bit. He decided to dump a full bottle of water on his little table. And then the little guy was actually trying to clean it up. And I'm like, holy shit, I told him good job because he was trying to clean it up. And then I'm like, all right, hey, can you take that paper towel into the bathroom and go squeeze it out? And he just looks me right dead in the eye. He sticks his hand out over the top of the carpet and squeezes it out. And I was like, what the fuck are you? I mean, I was like channeling my dad, but not as bad. Kelly can attest. I quickly shut up.
Right, it's like, what?
Yeah, he's not as tough
confused.
as me.
I go, what happened, honey? He goes, I don't know.
Well, I squeezed water on the floor.
Mhm.
And it's just luckily it was just water. If it would have been soda, no. I'm kidding.
Or
It's
some kind of
he was just
bodily
trying to
fluid.
help.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was just trying to help. It's just I don't know what to say. He feels like an adult to me sometimes, even though he's 3. And the looking me dead in the eye part, I'm like, I know he fucking did that on purpose.
I know when he does it on purpose
Oh,
because
he did it on
he-
purpose.
You really think so?
Yes.
Eric's like, he's my child. I know when something is done on purpose.
Yeah. Like I said, it wouldn't be too bad. I would have to actually do some shit sometimes. So,
Do some shit
Oh my
sometimes.
God, I
Yeah.
could just see this now. Are you staying busy?
I've been watching YouTube the last fucking 3 hours.
yeah. Pretty much.
Because the truths in here are definitely 100% like truth. Because you can answer that same question that Ricky just said with a, "Are you staying busy?" No. But,
Yeah.
he actually said like, "Oh, I was watching YouTube the last 3 hours." Like, straight up true.
I mean, I feel like that one has an out though. When somebody says, "Are you staying busy?" Technically, I'm staying busy. Now, if you're asking if I'm
Right.
busy with work, that's where it gets a little.
Yeah, that's where things get messy.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think the whole point of because some of the questions he couldn't even ask them a question.
Yeah.
Doing-
Where there could be any misleading because he could understand the context of the question.
Yeah.
So a reasonable person, and this isn't
Well, he's
everybody, but
asking a
would
loaded
know-
question that he knows
Yeah.
is going to result in a lie. So
For sure, yeah. Like me, out at my work mostly,
Mostly.
wouldn't affect
Mostly.
me at all. Yeah, I mean, it'd be like the only thing that ever a problem is like, actually, I don't have really, I can't really think of much. You know what it would be if I really, really, really wanted to stay home,
Yeah.
and then I had I couldn't just make up an excuse.
it's like, well, I'm going to
if I
purposely
was-
crap myself. That way, when my boss calls me, I can just literally tell him the truth. Like, you know what, dude? I fucking shit myself, man. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Hear my wife gagging in the background asking, what the fuck? Yeah.
I shit myself. I'm not going to be there today. One of my favorites, my dad called up one time on my way to work, and he goes, "I'm not going to be at work today." And I'm like, "What are you doing?" "I got to go. Bye." And I was like, "What the fuck did he just do? I didn't know that was even a thing." What the hell?
It's like, wait a minute, you could just fucking do that?
Yeah, like, fuck. Why didn't I think of that shit? That one's easy. It's like, I'm not going to be at work today. No lying there.
Well, it's being fucking full on.
You can do that
gotta
nowadays in most jobs. Take a mental health day, and you just say you're not going to be in that day. That's all you got to do nowadays.
Yeah, pretty much.
Are you fucking kidding me? People let you stay home for a mental health day?
Yes.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yes.
That's the way. That's what you can do it now.
Stanley's going to inherit a fucking awesome fucking work world.
We better pray to God the Russians don't just decide to come over here.
I'm not speaking on that subject at all.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no, it's not hard anymore. I mean, you just do that and you're fine. I mean, especially
my dad
especially in
went to work
California,
with
you
his
can't.
finger cut off.
Yeah, especially in California,
My
you can't
dad.
really ask anything personal about.
So now
that kind of
Erickson is
stuff.
like, so I just cut my finger off to get out of work tomorrow for nothing? Is that what you're telling me?
I called up my boss, and I said I need to take a mental health day. He would laugh his ass off.
Yeah, I mean, it is.
That's funny.
I'm talking office jobs, and you should be able to do it with retail jobs because those are the ones that are fucking with people's mental
That
health.
one?
But
Oh my
I'm gonna tell you
god.
right now,
Customers,
I actually agree with that one.
yeah, but
I
those
would
ones are the
tell him,
ones
like,
that
I could
the
just
bosses
can't
get
fucking do
pissy.
it today.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the ones the bosses get pissy with you, the retail jobs and stuff like that. But
Yeah, that's because if they let everybody do that, nobody would ever fucking work.
Oh my god, you don't even know.
yeah,
Like I only worked at Lowe's for like over a year, and constant call-ins, especially from like cashiers, like the people who get like all these the help at the end. We got bitched at the most.
Yeah.
It's like they would go through the store. I can't find this. This guy didn't help me, and then they just kind of unloaded on us. I was like, okay, thank you, and then throw you into customer service, where
that's all you deal with.
Yes. Like once in a while you get just like the patient person. You're just like, I love you. Here's all the things.
Yeah.
But then it's very rare, So Steve, back to the So is there like sick days, right? And
Mhm.
then mental health days, like they're separate, right?
Most
Right.
places nowadays have PTO. At least in California. I don't know about other states or
Yeah.
anything like that. Most places have PTO, which PTO is basically throwing your sick and your or not your sick, but that puts in your vacation and any other days that you get off, and then you also
Yeah.
have sick leave, and then sick leave can be used for anything. Mental health day. You don't have to tell them it's a mental health day. You just tell them you're not going to come in. You're not feeling right, or you're not feeling well, or whatever. You just say, you just say, I'm not going to be in that day, and you take a sick day, and that could be your mental health day. You don't have to tell them anything in California
Yeah.
because California, you can't like say what you will about California. It does whatever it can for the employee. It does as much as it can, besides paying well, but that's businesses and stuff like that. There's nothing you can do there. But for the employee, it does a lot for them because you also can't lose any vacation time if you leave, or if something happens, they can't take that away from you at the end of the year or anything like that. Other states, if you don't use it, you lose it. In California, if you don't use it, you just bank it until you hit. But you can hit an accrual point. And different businesses have different things for that.
Right.
But yeah, you don't have to put anything. I mean, if you go off for a doctor's appointment, that's a sick day. It's not a vacation day, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
basically, I feel like sick now has become a way to just take the day off without advance notice. Like a vacation is, hey, I'm going to take this day off. Sick day is, I don't feel like going in today.
Yeah, like,
So,
fuck y'all. I'm done
yeah.
with your shit for right now. Can't deal with it.
Obviously, there's probably some kind of some kind of different things for different jobs, but I think in California, if you question that, the place could get in trouble for like asking you why you're out and things like that. There's
Asking
a lot
for like
of things
personal
like
information or some shit. You know what I mean?
what I like to do when
Yeah.
they try that shit is I just pull up the fucking labor laws and stuff like that and find what I'm looking for and just insert it into the email. Don't even mention anything about it. Just put it in there to let them know that I know what I'm talking about.
He's like, I won't be at work today. According to code
Yeah.
75 of Go Fuck Yourself, California,
Well-
it says you can't ask about this. And they're just like, why would he put that? Oh,
That was the last place I
Alright.
worked.
yeah.
They tried that shit with my severance and my last paycheck, and I didn't say anything about it. I just put it in the thing about, hey, I didn't get paid, and then they paid me out the penalty that they're supposed to pay as well as my last day's paycheck, because you're supposed to get paid if they lay you off the day of your last day. So
Nope, and they were trying to fuck him,
yeah.
thinking he didn't know the law.
yeah,
Yeah.
they do that shit all the time, and
Mm-hmm.
you know it's fucking ridiculous. But
They get away with it. far
anything
too
else
often.
in California, fuck it. But if you're an employer or employee,
Yeah.
you can make out pretty well as long as you know
Know your shit.
know what you're doing and stuff like that. I mean, there's obviously places. I mean, there's different rules for different places. Like Eric's industry, they're pretty old timey and stuff like that. And the people they're attracting there to work there aren't going to be the type of people that are going to be like, I'm going to take a mental health day. You know,
Yeah.
those aren't the type of people that are going to be working where out in the woods like Eric and stuff like that. And if they
Well, I
do,
mean,
those are the
the-
people that are not working there for very long.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, like, with my job, because all I have to do is have a certain, like, enough trees cut down that
Yeah.
isn't a problem.
Yeah.
They honestly, if I could cut all of my trees down 2 days a week, and that's all I worked, my boss would not give a shit.
Yeah.
He'd be like, "Fuck, he saved me a lot of money. He's doing 5 days of work in 2 days. Hell yeah, this is great." Wouldn't give a shit. Now, so this is a funny one. So Wheeler, a different company, they had this culture of work 12 hours, no lunch, no break
Yeah.
for like a long time. And it turns out that's against the law.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
California. So one of the guys just decided to sue the company for back pay for like breaks and shit. And what really fucking was like, and this was like, because Wheeler almost went broke a few years ago. This was like right before that. And I'm like, holy shit, those guys dodged a bullet. Because like they paid out like $400,000 worth of overtime and back pay. to
Jesus.
employees. Yeah, it was a lot. It was like 100 employees in the suit.
Well, that's like the last
And-
place I worked. The same thing happened. They weren't paying out those lunches, and they were working the pharmacy staff. I mean, me too, but they didn't give a shit about the warehouse workers. But everybody that was employed there, as long as you weren't exempt, you were, you had to have that hour lunch, or had to at least have a half-hour lunch. And if they didn't
Yeah.
give you that half-hour lunch of uninterrupted lunch, it's like you can't be doing anything for the job. You get paid a full hour penalty, and then you still get to take a lunch if they interrupt you. And they weren't doing that. And they tried to make everybody sign this fucking waiver or some shit. I didn't sign that bullshit. But about a month after I was laid off and I was working on my new place, I got a letter from a class action suit against them
Nice.
for that same thing. And I got like $2,000 out of it for the amount of time I worked there. So worked out pretty well. For,
That's pretty fucking sweet.
yeah, $2,000 for the hours and hours, whatever. The hour lunches that they made me miss out of the however long I worked there. So
Yeah, it was cool. The in my case with the Wheeler thing, they just let us. They were like, "Listen, you're supposed to take a 15-minute break in between when you start your lunch and another
Yeah.
one after your lunch. If you don't want to have to take a whole hour off of your time and fuck around for an hour eating a sandwich, if you want to just stop on your 15-minute breaks and just eat your lunch, we'll pay you for the lunchtime."
yeah,
And it's like, well, I'd rather do that. I don't want to fucking drive 2 hours to work and then goof around for a fucking hour.
that was always the issue of like we had drivers and things like that, and it's like you fucking expect the driver to stop for a half hour or an hour on the road, and instead of just making the deliveries and coming back and taking a lunch, it's like let's just grab something. So it was just that kind of shit is ridiculous when you're out and about. I get the reasoning and stuff.
Yeah.
You're supposed
Oh,
to
yeah.
take these things, but nobody who's driving around is gonna fucking take, unless you like. Sometimes if I ended up in the mountains, I would take a half hour and just kind of sit at a rest stop and just be like, "Meh, this is nice," or like someplace along the road that was nice, and eat. But most of the time, I would just be driving. I'm not gonna fucking stop in the middle of Sacramento and take a half hour lunch down there. Fuck that.
Yeah.
That's
You
gonna
need
be
to
a
find
difference.
rubbing Zug.
I mean, shit. That's the difference between fucking leaving before all the fucking traffic and not.
Yeah.
Especially down there.
Steve's like,
I'm just
you
gonna
know
go
what?
over that
I'm
one.
driving home through traffic, but man, I'm fucking relaxed. That was nice.
God, I've never been so relaxed.
That's all I need to do is fucking pass out while I'm driving. Just like I'm Stevie now.
Yeah. So, Kelly, how about you? How much of an effect would that curse have on you?
Of not being able to lie?
Yeah.
Not much.
Eric might know a little more about how Kelly feels more often.
Well, that's a scary
Yeah.
thought. How are you, honey? Never mind. I didn't ask that question.
That would be number one now,
Yeah.
yeah.
She's like, oh hell no! You just opened up Pandora's box, bitch.
Oh man.
So,
He was a pretty
So,
shitty boss.
which
Oh,
one? The
yeah.
woman or the guy?
No, Jim Carrey. He was a pretty shitty boss to his
Fletcher
fucking.
Reed.
Yeah.
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure,
It's like, come
Yeah, the
on,
lady
man.
got him his kids a birthday present because she knew that his dad would forget, and then here he is,
Yeah.
Cheaping out on this
You
woman.
wanna-
Treat your
That is
people
one of
right,
the
especially
things-
somebody who saves your ass all the time.
That's
Oh,
one
yeah,
of those
that
things
wasn't
that
the first time,
really
yeah.
fucking bugs me about like rich people. I feel like they're way worse about. It'd be nice is like if we had a tradition, like not a law enforcer or anything, but like a tradition that everybody did or everybody'd make fun of them, where you had to spend 2 weeks or a month living off the salaries of one of your underlings.
Yeah.
And then watch those people be like, wait a second, I can't even afford fucking food? What the hell? How the fuck are they doing this? And then they'd come back.
No.
And you know what? Everybody would just get paid better because the first fucking guy who did that would be like, well, this isn't enough money. I mean, that lady, like, that's one of those things, like, I feel like good secretaries like that are just like the best people in the world because they always remember shit that like the assholes like me forget.
Yeah.
Oh, I
they
took care of that for you. You didn't break your kid's heart today
yeah.
because I took care. I'd be like, holy fucking shit. I wouldn't be like, you can't have a raise. I'd be bragging to everybody else, telling everybody about how great she was. Oh yeah, she did this and that. Highest paid secretary in the office because she's not an idiot.
Yeah.
You know? And then
Yeah,
she
I mean-
got mad and quit. She found out
Bitch.
he's a dildo.
I mean, how did she not realize this guy was a fucking piece of shit to begin with?
She knew he was a piece of shit, but I think she was hoping he wasn't being a piece of shit to her.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of all the the phone calls, like having to lie to his mom and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She knows.
Oh,
I mean, like, why would you be such a piece of shit to someone who's got that much dirt on you?
True.
You know what I mean? Like,
that's a good call.
don't piss that person off that could literally fuck your entire life up.
And it seemed like she wasn't looking for that though. So she was a decent person anyways, because it didn't like she could have definitely gone through and like called his mom. I mean, yeah, she didn't stop his mom from calling him later on, but
Yeah.
she didn't go in and just call his mom and say, hey, yeah, he's been lying to you for blah blah blah, or whatever. So she at least
Yeah.
wasn't,
And
trying to
she
be
bailed him out of
vindictive.
jail.
Yeah, she bailed him out of jail at the end.
Yeah.
too. So, but do you think she's gonna work for him if he starts his own firm?
Hell no.
I figure if she does, maybe have a good contract at least,
No, yeah.
and probably find another lawyer. You don't want him to review the contract that he's giving you.
No.
One of the things that's always bugged me about this movie, though, is like the premise of the story is like, dude's a piece of shit, obviously.
Yeah.
And then he has to tell the truth for one day, and he suddenly unpiece of shits himself. So unless that kid wished like, I don't want my dad to be a sociopath anymore.
Yeah.
who can't lie. I mean, I don't know. It's like maybe he.
Well,
didn't
maybe the
realize
wish
all
went off
damage
of
he
like
was
you know
doing.
like his you know like not only his wish but maybe like you know his like intention. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean maybe. I love those Wish movies when I was a kid. I was like, man, wouldn't that be cool getting a
Yeah,
wish
me
like
too.
that?
Like where they could swap places with a wish, or yeah.
See, I wouldn't want
there's
to
quite a
swap
few of
places
them.
with anyone because you know like everyone's life pretty much sucks in its own way. You know what I mean? So unless obviously you're like Jeff Bezos or fucking you know fucking.
All right, I gotta
Elon
say,
Musk.
Ricky, I wish for you to switch places with Jeff Bezos.
Oh God, I would love that.
That would be the best fucking thing anybody's ever seen, because you just see him kick open his fucking yacht door with a fat fucking doobie.
So, all right, motherfuckers, this is what we're gonna do. So y'all out here getting crushed by robots. So apparently, I was thinking about this while I was smoking a doobie. All right, now it seems like the problem is that people and robots don't mix. So I got to thinking there. All right, the electricity I spend on those robots plus the maintenance is actually cheaper than your all's wages.
He's gonna make it worse.
Y'all fired, and I'm gonna hire a bunch more robots to take care of everything. I'm only gonna hire like 1 or 2 maintenance guys to take care of each facility.
Even better,
all right.
Ricky, you could just go full South Park and be like, listen, this is how this is gonna work. You're all gonna have to wear robot costumes so you can be like, oh shit, what was the Cartman's robot name?
Awesome-o.
Awesome. Oh yeah.
Awesome-o. So you guys can all be Awesome-o 4000s.
Uh-huh.
Okay? That's 4 times as good as Awesome-o. All right? That would be fucking funny. I'd be like, Ricky just like sends a text message to Steve. Dude, I'm in Jeff Bezos' body. If Steve told me that, I'd be texting him like, hey, can you send me a check for like a cool mill?
I'd be like, hey, Eric,
And Kelly?
how much is a
Stan
mill
probably
again?
needs
Is that
one
like,
too, yeah.
is that like, I don't know, like, let me check my pockets here. It's, let's say I got me around like 50, 30 million here and loose change in my pockets. Is that enough? Like, I don't really know what these small bills mean. You know what I mean? They always confuse me. It's fucking poor people and their fucking millions of dollars. Like, the fuck
it's a
is this
1
shit?
with 9 zeros after it.
We got to figure out how to do
It's
it so
like-
that it can't be canceled
Yeah,
after
it's
you
just,
lose
it's
the body.
just like you know, it's
control.
like I mean, like how much can $1 million really buy? Like what, like 2 bananas? Like I mean,
I tell you what,
like-
if he goes into the fucking bank himself as Jeff Bezos, there's not a fucking thing they can do.
Do you think
hell
Jeff
no.
Bezos goes to the bank by himself? He fucking has
No.
a finance guy that does that shit, and he's definitely not walking
and when
around.
he goes in there and does it, then tells the finance guy, you're going to send these fucking checks off now. The guy will be like, what for? It's none of your fucking business. Why? You want to be looking for a job? Could you? I mean, I'm just saying, like, Ricky's going to have a full, like, head of steam of power at that point.
oh yeah.
Just figure out how to
Ricky,
transfer
if you
some
do turn
stock.
into Jeff Bezos, let him stop for pee breaks. I have no idea how the hell they're skirting the law on that one.
I mean, I'll put out some nice big like 5-gallon jugs out there, with some funnels on top of them,
Damn it, Ricky.
and then I'll also put a stick on my next to those funnels there, so in case
You know
you
what
need to
really
poo,
sucked,
you
Ricky?
got yourself a little
After
poo
you were
smasher.
Jeff Bezos for like a day, you got to be one of those what the fuck, warehouse workers for like a week, and then one of the drivers for like a month. You'd be like, man, I really fucked myself.
Well, no, because you
That's
see,
what I'd
if
be worried
now,
about myself.
but now you see, look, now if I'm doing that, that would mean I'm going to be like a robot for a few months because like I said, I fucking fired everyone, made them all turn robots. At least the ones that weren't smart enough to dress up in the Awesome-o 4000 costume.
Oh man.
Just gonna be me in a cardboard box going like, fuck, I'm a robot? So this is what a robot feels like, huh? It's like, fuck, it's really
It's just-
smelly in here. Like, I didn't realize robots could smell or produce smell. Like, it's kind of weird.
What are you doing, bud? Come on, man, sit down and watch your show, okay? Or sit on right here.
Yeah, transfer
yeah.
a couple hundred thousand shares of Amazon
Yeah,
stock.
yeah. But also at that same point in time, if I had that much money, you bet your fucking sweet ass I'm creating that Iron Man suit. Like full on. It's not gonna be just some prop that can like maybe function a little bit. No, we're talking full on, fully functional fucking Iron Man suit. Like y'all gonna be seeing me flying around fucking with Jeff Bezos fucking dick flopping around because I ain't fucking hiding that shit. I'm a goddamn multi-billionaire. I don't have to hide my dick if I don't want to. All right.
Damn it.
I can afford the lawyers to protect myself on that one. All right. Like ain't no one gonna tell me otherwise. Someone gets offended, I just fucking chuck them like a fucking stack of cash and just be like, shut the fuck up, it's my dick. You know what I mean?
cannot wait. I can't wait to see Justin Hammer, Ricky as Jeff Bezos, get some dude inside one of the suits that he comes up with.
Gonna fucking split the guy in half. He's
Yeah.
all right. It's all right. He's able to feed himself now.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck.
Just don't worry about
We
it.
haven't
I made
watched
it-
Iron Man 2 yet, have we?
It's I made it better.
Yeah.
You know. So they're all just improvements. Don't worry about it.
Well, goddamn, that's a fucking nightmare right there.
Yeah, you don't want me having that much money. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. I'm gonna do some pretty fucking weird shit if I got that much money. And I know I'm not gonna care.
It is like, I don't know. I don't even want to get into the fucking
$171.4 billion.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If I have that much fucking
that's
money,
what he's estimated to be worth. How
Yeah.
much does he have that in liquid cash?
well, probably nowhere near as much because most of that's fucking
That's one of those
counting
things
as the
that
cost of
always gets
Amazon.
me. He's estimated to be. It's like Elon Musk a few years ago. They're estimating how much he's worth. The guy has like $55 in the bank,
Yeah,
and he's
this is
borrowed
all.
money.
This is all in stocks and shit like that.
Well, yeah, this is all just
Yeah, you
imaginary
can't- you
money,
can't go to
as we like to call
McDonald's
it.
and be like, "Hold on, I'll pay you with part of a stock." They're
Yeah.
like, "Fuck you."
Well, it's fucking Elon Musk. At that point, he can just pay in cryptocurrency. Come on, let's be real here.
He's just hacking the PayPal shit anyways and paying that way.
Exactly.
He's all, I got a back door into PayPal. Don't worry about it.
Well, wouldn't surprise me one
Just
bit.
takes.
Actually.
He does the fucking Office Space thing and just takes the decimal of all the transactions that go through PayPal and shit like that, and that's what he uses to pay his bills and stuff.
Dude, you know what would be fucking like nuts? You could literally just make up a fucking fake thing and send yourself $5,000 a month, like to go back to your body in, and like, who would like? Do you think that even it'd take them so long to figure that out? Because it's not amount of money where you'd
Yeah.
be like, oh my god, we're getting bled dry. Meanwhile, $5,000 a month is like, celebrate good times. Come on, because you don't have, well, in Chico you'll still have to work, but everywhere else you wouldn't.
Yeah.
Well, now let's be real here. Like, even fucking $5,000 is a small amount. Like, you probably get away with more like fucking like 10, 15 grand. You know what I mean?
10
Like,
maybe. Yeah, that's $120,000 a year though.
doesn't matter. Like,
Just put it under special projects in Amazon, and nobody's
Well,
gonna
exactly.
look into it.
Oh my god, you just put the little description in there as hush money.
There's,
they're like,
you're
"Fuck,
gonna look in there and be like, "Oh fuck, there's a lot of them in here. I don't even have to
why
hide
is
this. It
this
just
getting sent every month?" And then you push like / like paternity or something, and they'll be like, "Uh-oh."
oh god, another one of
Nobody
these.
fucking look at this. Nobody look at that.
I was like,
Everybody gets
just
to
like
see it.
everyone in there is just too afraid to even fucking touch that fucking one. There's like, you know what? Just keep on paying it out because I don't know and I don't want to know. Just keep paying it out.
It's like Kelly and I are sitting here, and all of a sudden we just get like PCs just showing up. We're like, what the fuck is all
jeez.
this? Ricky's
Well-
like, awesome, dude. And then Steve gets like the same kind of stuff. Jason gets like one of those bags of poop that you can have delivered, sent to his house. And then the best boy from a movie knocks on the door and just punches Jason in the stomach, like off Tropic Thunder.
Exactly. And then everyone's all like, be nice to Jason. I'm like, okay, fine. And I go off and just send him like an old, compact Passario or what they're called, It's like, here you go. It's like,
probably worth a bunch of money,
dude. It's like fresh in the box. It's never been used, so it's not an old computer. It's never been used, bro. Like,
Like an old like Apple II.
That's
That's fucking funny.
I'm like the sticker says right here, never, out of date. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like, it's.
$120. You can get one on Amazon or on eBay.
Yeah, you see.
Compact Presario.
No shit.
Yeah. That's like
I thought
that's one of the most
kind of like some kind of weird fucking like what do you call it? Collector's things. Because I was imagining like a compact Presario from like way back in the day.
Like when we were kids, like
Oh yeah.
some of our first good computers. You can see there I had little quotation marks.
Yeah, those are still like $170.
Shit, when I was a kid, my first computer that I'm using air quotes, my dad bought me. That was with my own money that he kept. The rest of, I got an Hewlett Packard computer from Circuit City.
Oh, nice.
And it had an AMD CPU, which was like the top of the line at the time, but it had just a terrible graphics card.
So I think
And
our
my,
first computer was one of those things that took those huge ass floppy disks and like the keyboard like lashed onto the face of the screen there. Like so like you like unlatch it and the keyboard would drop down. You had like those huge ass fucking like floppy disk things there, and you'd stick one of those in there, and then you'd turn the computer on and it'd run whatever program was on that floppy disk. You know?
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, you know. Man,
It
that
was a
shit's
pretty
nuts.
old damn computer. Talking like this right here was like one of like the first like, you know, home computers like you could ever fucking get. You know what I mean? Like is
Oh,
what
yeah.
we got. Like literally like it was like one of like the very first home computers. Those things
Yeah,
are
my
fucking
my
ancient.
dad bought himself a super old computer that had like an Intel i386 in it.
Yeah, I don't even know if ours had a processor. At least not a
So-
processor that you would recognize today.
Well, yeah. Anyways, this was like one of the. Anyways, that was my first like my computer that I fixed it because my
Yeah.
dad got tired of it and he got his own, and that was my computer from well all the way up until I was at work, so I could use
Yeah.
it to like browse the internet, you know, do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, see this computer was kind of like before, you know, the whole like internet.
Yeah, it was
thing.
all DOS stuff.
Yeah, you know, so
Yeah, so was mine. I could run. We had this game for it was called like Mad Max. I think that was what it was. It was this cool game where you had a slingshot, and it had a level that I couldn't figure out how to beat.
that
So-
totally makes sense. You know, that totally describes that entire game for me. Yeah,
Yeah.
I definitely know what that game is.
Well, it
now.
was like the second level. So. Oh, and we had Street Fighter. That was a fun ass game, dude. Because
Yeah,
I talked to
remember-
my mom into buying game pads, and then we
Yeah.
had Street Fighter, and fucking Robert would just destroy everybody.
Remember the first fucking mech fighter game on the PC there?
Yeah,
That game was fucking badass.
yeah. Was it like Mech Warrior?
Yeah. Like, that game was fucking sick. I fucking love that fucking game.
Yeah, I love that game. We even had a joystick. My mom bought a fucking joystick.
Well, aren't you fucking lucky?
Yeah.
Right?
That's right. My first time playing that game was like we fucking, you know, one of our relatives we would go and, you know, visit on occasions. You know, well, I wouldn't say they were rich, but you know, they had some money. You know what I mean? And you know, they had that there, so which is nice.
Yeah, it was a little surprising. They were Mormons, so but they still let their kids play that kind of shit. So
Yeah, no, yeah.
weird.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I think they just didn't want to deal with them. Truth be told.
So, what's your like favorite part of the movie?
I liked when he kicks his own ass. I think that's fucking
That's pretty
hilarious.
good.
Oh yeah, the guy walks
Rubbing
in
the
and he's like,
snow-
"What are you doing?"
Yeah.
In my ass, do you mind? Rubbing the soap in his eyes.
Yeah.
And I read in the trivia that none of that was like fake sounds. Like he actually hit his head on the wall and did all that.
Jesus Christ.
The seat was a rubber seat, but still, you know.
Yeah. God
That
damn.
fucking hurt.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good scene. And then I like it's a small scene, but when he goes to the what is it, the auto pickup place or whatever was it? I can't
Impound
remember.
yard.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
impound
the
yard.
There you go. And you left a mark on it. And
Yeah,
"It's right
yeah.
here. What are you gonna do about it? Nothing.
Yeah.
We'll probably sit here and bitch and moan about it.
Yeah.
So you've been here before.
Good lines in it. The movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was definitely a good part.
I like just Jim Carrey fucking just going full on the and I mean this is the kind of shit I remember him back in the day. I don't feel like he goes as hard nowadays.
With his crazy.
No.
Even like the Sonic the Hedgehog movie, which is kind of a more return to his
Yeah.
goofballness. It still isn't him, and I mean he's old, so I get it.
Yeah.
Can't do as much. It's that's why I would love to see an Ace Ventura, but I also don't want to see an Ace Ventura because same with what we talked about with the new Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah,
and things
yeah.
like that.
I mean, like,
just wouldn't work.
Yeah, I mean, like, a
nowadays.
freaking, like a new one would be fucking badass. But honestly, you'd have to be like, like I feel like it would have to be like centered around like like Ace Ventura's protege. You know what I mean? Like he got.
They already did that a couple times, anyways. I don't need
Yeah.
that shit anymore.
No, well, I mean, what was it? The fucking cartoon? Wasn't there a cartoon Ace Ventura
Yeah, there was
cartoon?
a cartoon. There was also a kid Ace Ventura.
Yeah. It just,
Yeah, but he's just just how crazy he could get back then. With just the fucking over. I don't know. I don't want to say overacting, but it's just fucking just reacting crazy to everything.
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
facial expressions. Just looks like a fucking absolute maniac.
Well, it was the whole
Yeah,
thing
well-
with like Chris Farley and shit. It's
Yeah.
just-
In a way, it is overacting. That's why that what's her name? Swoozie. What's her name? Swoozie Kurtz? She had that weird name.
The red-haired,
the
red-haired
lawyer.
Yeah.
prosecutor lady.
Yeah.
Had to do that in the
In
the end credits.
the goofs.
Yeah.
Bloopers. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Just call them goobers.
No, she said bloopers.
Oh, okay. I heard goobers.
The goobers.
Oh, Swoozie Kurtz.
Yeah.
That's what I would be calling in my movies. They're not
Yes.
goobers. They're goobers. 'cause,
What about you, Ricky? What was your favorite part of the movie?
I would probably have to say, that like I was saying earlier, with the whole like when the cop pulls him over,
Oh yeah.
the
Yeah.
traffic tickets and all that kind of shit there, and just all he looks at the cops like, be gentle.
I can't get out of this one. Wait, how many unpaid parking tickets? I know there's a whole crap
You'd think he'd have a fucking warrant out for his arrest at that point.
Why couldn't he unimpound his own car? Does he not make that much money as a lawyer? What the fuck?
Right.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering the same thing. Like,
And his
And he had that
ex-wife.
nice car too.
Yeah, and his ex-wife is a teacher. I mean, maybe they pay the teachers really well over there. I don't know, but
I mean, I don't
You
know.
you already said it, bro. Ex-wife,
yeah.
who's
Yeah, all
probably
his
got
money goes to her.
custody of the kid. So, I mean, that one lady's like, I'll get $10,000 a month per kid or something, and
Yeah.
it's like, ew.
That's on
you
somebody.
can't do
That's
that.
on somebody who's worth $22 million though. So
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, but I mean, if you look at like the percentage wise, that's still a shitload of money.
yeah.
I mean, at one point there was a story about Dave Foley, who he was gets divorced on fucking news radio right as it quits,
Yeah.
and they were charging him money based off of his wages from news radio, and of course it's Canadian law, so I don't know, it seemed like it was a little fucky,
Yeah.
or maybe it was just LA law, I don't know. Anyway, so I was gonna try and do the theme song, but I couldn't remember it. Anyway, so he ended up for like 3 or 4 years, basically like he was bankrupt.
Yeah, and he couldn't go back to Canada either.
Yeah. So it's like, what? Why the fuck? And I mean, it was a lot of money too.
Yeah.
So much.
Well,
What about you, Eric? What was your favorite part of this?
My favorite part of the movie was. You guys already said them, so let me think of something else. Well, nowadays in my older age, I liked how he reconciled with his kid and his ex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty nice.
Did you make that another wish that we'd get together?
Yeah.
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 And like she was like, "Oh, I don't like you, Carrie Hughes, because you're more handsome than Jim Carrey." And
Mhm.
more
But he
likable."
was a goober though, so or a Magoo. I think that's what they called him.
Yeah, Magoo.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
It wasn't. Just wasn't the bad boy that she's looking for. You know what I mean? Because all these women they want bad boys. And doesn't matter if you're stable.
The fucking airport stairs driving fucking.
Yeah, there's no way that fucking thing is gonna keep up the fucking
How
plane.
fast the fucking airplane go? Really fucking fast.
Yeah. Absolutely no fucking way.
He was
Trust
going
me.
fast enough to be able to overtake it also. So
Yeah. I know
But
from
they
personal
missed-
experience. Those things don't move that
Just the
fast.
opportunity to use some music. Dum 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 dum. Number music.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Totally did that
It's
wrong.
okay.
I'm sorry.
I'm a limo driver.
I
Yeah.
have to say that every time I see that
Yes.
part too.
God damn
It's
it.
just funny. It's just like, it's okay. I'm a limo driver every single time. It's really funny.
But
though.
but so even though he couldn't lie, he still won the case in the courtroom because he, found that loophole with the birth year and told the truth basically, and the
Yeah,
truth.
he did
Yeah.
actual lawyering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually researched some shit and did some
Yeah.
stuff instead of just lying his way
Lying.
through it.
Yeah.
So that other guy could have totally done the job if he actually just looked at the paperwork and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Could have. Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Yeah,
He didn't, though. Now he's not going to get those big monies.
he's not going to be a partner.
Nope.
No, maybe he will be now, since Jim Carrey got fired. I can't find out how fast those things go, but they definitely don't go faster than an airplane. So
Hell no, they
I
don't.
always like to imagine that the guy who worked on it spent a bunch of time modifying it.
he fucking
Just
Tim Allen
shoots it up. Just fucking
Yeah.
just a
Dude,
fucking.
if you let Tim the Tool Man Taylor get after that fucking thing, it'd do 190 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh man.
That shit's just going to be like, and you'd be like, holy shit, dude. Look at that fucking thing. Go.
Fuck that shit. I don't think I'd want to fucking ride something quite like that going that fast. I mean, fuck, I hate getting up on top of a fucking scissor fucking lift, dude. Those fucking things shake and they're wobbly as fuck, dude. They are
No, thank you.
they are not nice when you get on a fucking old ass scissor lift. It's just they're not stable. They jerk around. There's no padding. They're painful.
Yeah, it'd be no fun.
What rating did you guys give this?
You go first.
Oh, sorry. I was trying to think.
Okay.
I gave this movie 3.5 stars.
Yeah, I'll go 3.5 too.
I give this movie 2 stars.
And I gave this movie 3 stars. 2 stars. Next week's movie is Eric's Choice. What are you going to choose?
So I had a question for you guys. Do you guys want to do like March Madness or something where we find movies where there's like an angry guy in it?
Like, what do you mean?
Like, okay, so I don't know. Have you guys ever seen? Well, I don't know exactly, but like a movie where a guy's going ballistic. So like, you could use Tommy Boy as an example, where he's like just having a shit fit,
Yeah.
or shit. There was another funny movie I thought of. Now I can't remember what it was. Anyways, would you guys want to do that, or do you guys want to just do regular stuff?
We can try it. We've got to find movies that'll fit. I mean, I know some stuff that's I don't think would be really great for the podcast, but we'll look around. Because there's some, there's things like Falling Down and shit like that. But I'm like, I don't think that's a great movie for the podcast. It's a really
Yeah,
good
I
movie,
know,
but not a
I
not
had
a funny
one
one.
that was like we haven't done, but it
Mhm.
was then the guy was mad in it, and now I can't remember what it was.
I honestly can't think of like I must be just being dumb right now. Nothing pops in my head that would fit that what I would pick. Like I have no idea.
I can't think. There was like a movie where the guy was just
They're-
like in
they're
a
just
blind rage.
Going,
But
he's literally just mad, or
it
he's
could be
going
women
crazy,
too.
or
That which
okay.
opens it up a lot.
Okay.
What
like,
was that?
you
That
could do
movie,
the
fucking Rampage or whatever.
No, we're not doing. Oh, yeah, we're not doing that one. No.
Yeah, no, I don't think we
Nope.
should either.
That was the only decent Uwe Boll movie, and we're not doing that movie. Not the Rock Rampage movie. There's another one.
It's bad.
It's pretty fucked
Weird.
up, but it was actually a decent movie for what it was. It's just no.
Real fucked up.
Yeah, no.
Why
I'll-
don't we
I'll-
just stick with the regular shit then? And then, what was that movie I talked you into buying and then we didn't do?
Ghostbusters?
Yeah, let's do Ghostbusters Afterlife, and then we'll,
Okay.
What is that
Worry about
one? Is that the females Ghostbusters? or-
No,
No.
that's the
Oh.
newest one.
Oh, okay.
No, I see. If we were doing March Madness, I was just going to choose the Hulk because that's
Yeah,
an
yeah,
angry
yeah.
guy.
There you go. That's a good example.
Oh,
Yeah, we
okay.
haven't done the Hulk either.
We
I
haven't
can't-
done either of the
trying
Hulks.
Yeah, I was trying to think of like the fucking movie I was gonna pick.
So that might help this idea. Eric.
I know. It just popped out of my head. There was a movie where the guy would get
You
mad
never
and,
told
and he
me.
would kick shit, and then it would hit him, and I don't remember what it was.
Are you maybe talking about like a movie edition of fucking Letterkenny with the fucking
The coach.
With the
Oh,
coach?
for Christ's sakes, you
This is
guys,
fucking
I was thinking
bullshit.
of the coach.
Fucking
For God's
ridiculous. It
sake.
just kicks the garbage
Everything
can.
Yes, I'm just picturing the coach kicking a fucking trash can and then it coming back and hitting them.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, that's a movie.
If Coach
Fuck.
doesn't show up in the fucking Shorzy spinoff, I'm gonna be super pissed.
Yeah, that'll be complete bullshit right there. No.
He just needs to be one episode. I don't give a shit. I just want to see the coach back, at not in his. I was at the gym longer than the owner. Blah blah. Shit that he was in the last season. So I want
Yeah,
classic
that was
coach back.
weird.
All right.
He only got one fucking embarrassing in the whole damn time.
Yeah. Not enough. Not enough at all.
Stupid.
All right. So we'll do Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Yeah, let's do
Ghostbusters Afterlife. Is this after they all died and now they're fighting humans?
That would be funny.
that. Ricky, I like that idea better than the others ones.
All
That'd be cool.
All right. So that's gonna be it. If nobody has anything else.
No?
No,
I don't
I'm
think
good.
so.
That off. That there. Thanks for watching, everybody. Make sure you guys like us on Facebook, facebook.com/Heroic Adventure Productions, twitch.tv/TargetedPlays, and youtube.com/Heroic Adventure Productions. You can follow us on Twitter @HEP Gaming. Follow me on Twitter @Turkadur. Follow Eric.
On Twitter @Quick and Severe.
Follow Kelly.
On TikTok @mama.muffins and Instagram @muffin08.
You can follow Ricky.
At Immiger at Lucian92.
You can follow Jason on Twitter @Unbelievable1. You can also email us at Steve, Eric, Kelly, Jason, and Ricky @HAPgaming.com. Each one of those names individually at HAPgaming.com. You can find all the stuff I've been saying in the description on youtube.com/Heroic Adventure Productions and twitch.tv/TargetedPlays. That's going to be it, guys. Thanks for watching. Talk to you guys Tuesday, Wednesday as we play some video games around 6 or 7 o'clock p.m. Pacific time. And we'll talk to you next week as we talk about Ghostbusters Afterlife next Sunday, 7 o'clock p.m. Pacific time. That'll be it, guys. Thanks for watching. And we'll talk to you guys next week.
See ya.
Bye.